हाय फ्रेंड, नमस्कार। मैं विपुल कंपनी लॉ अपडेट में आपका स्वागत करता हूं। आज हम लोग देखेंगे दिल्ली आरओसी का एजुकेशन ऑर्डर जो 13 जनवरी 2022 को पास हुआ है, जो आज ही अपलोड हुआ है। और इस एजुकेशन ऑर्डर में उन्होंने वायलेशन ऑफ सेक्शन 92 सबसेक्शन 4 और 137 सबसेक्शन 3 दैट इज द एनुअल रिटर्न की फाइलिंग और फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट की फाइलिंग जो MGT 7 है और AOC 4 है उसकी फाइलिंग में डिफ़ॉल्ट की थी। तो इसमें ROC ने एजुकेशन ऑर्डर में कोई पेनल्टी इम्पोज नहीं किया है और कहा है कि चूंकि ये जो डिफ़ॉल्ट थी, वायलेशन था, उसको बाद में रेक्टिफाई कर लिया गया है और इस ग्राउंड के बेसिस पर उन्होंने कोई पेनल्टी इम्पोज नहीं की है। आइए देखते हैं कि कंपनी का बैकग्राउंड क्या है। कंपनी एक गवर्नमेंट कंपनी है, नाम है उसका सेंट्रल कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज कॉरपोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड, जिसका रजिस्टर ऑफिस दिल्ली में है। फैक्ट्स कंपनी का ये है कि कंपनी अलॉन्ग विद इस MD और उसके कंपनी सेक्रेटरी ने सुओ मोटो एप्लीकेशन फाइल किया था GNL 1 फॉर एजुकेशन ऑफ द पेनल्टी अंडर द प्रोविजन ऑफ सेक्शन 454 and rules made therein under and stated the applicant company is a government company and company could not file its AOC 4 and MGT 7 annual return for the financial year ended 31st March 2020 as its AGM could not be held in time. That after holding AGM on 16th June 2021, the company has filed its due document e-form MGT 7 for annual return and फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट AOC 4, यहाँ पर टाइपो मिस्टेक है, MGT 7 ही टाइप कर दिया उन्होंने, फॉर द फाइनेंशियल ईयर एंडेड एंड thus made good the default. The company has prayed to pass an order for adjudicating the penalty for the such violation of the provision of section 92 and section 137 of the act. रिलेवेंट सेक्शन इसका है सेक्शन 92 सबसेक्शन 1, जिसके अंदर एवरी कंपनी शैल प्रिपेयर एनुअल रिटर्न इन द प्रिस्क्राइब फॉर्म विद द प्रिस्क्राइब पार्टिकुलर्स and signed by a director and company secretary or where there is no company secretary or by company secretary in practice. And subsection 4 जो कहता है कि every company shall file with the registrar a copy of the annual return within 60 days from the date of the AGM. And further the subsection 5 कहता है if any company fails to file annual return under subsection 4 before the expiry of the period specified, in that case the company and every officer in default shall be liable to penalty of 10,000 rupee and in case of continuing a failure with a further penalty of 1,000 rupee for each day after the first during which such failure continues, subject to maximum of 2 lakh rupees in case company and 50,000 rupee in case of the officer in default. Further subsection 137 subsection 1 कहता है कि that a copy of the financial statement including consolidated financial statement if any along with it all document are required to be attached financial statement एंड क्या किस मैनर में वो एग्जीक्यूट होगा। और फर्दर इसके अंदर ये है कि AOC 4 को जो है आपको विद इन द 30 डेज फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ द AGM आपको फाइल करना होता है। इस सबसेक्शन 2 कह रहा है आपका। और सबसेक्शन 3 कहता है कि अगर कोई कंपनी फेल होती है तो इन दैट केस बिफोर द एक्सपायरी ऑफ द पीरियड द कंपनी शैल बी लायबल टू पेनल्टी ऑफ द 10,000 रुपी एंड केस कंटिन्यूइंग फेलियर with a further penalty of 100 rupees for each day during which such failure continues, subject to maximum 2 lakh rupees. And MD and CFO of the company, if any, in the absence of the MD and CFO, any other director who is charged by the board responsibility of the complying the provision of the section, and in absence of any such director, all the director of the company shall be liable to penalty of 10,000 rupees and in case of continuing failure with further penalty 100 rupees for each day after first during which such failure continues, subject to maximum of 50,000 rupees. Further यहाँ पर देखिए सेक्शन एज पर सेक्शन 454 सबसेक्शन 3 ऑफ द एक्ट एंड रूल मेड देयर अंडर the manner for judging penalty for non-compliances of the relevant provision of the Act. Subsequently, the following proviso in subsection 3 of section 454 of the Act has been inserted by the Companies Amendment Act 2020, provided that in case the default relate to the non-compliances of subsection 4 of section 92 or section 137 subsection 1 and 2 and such default has been rectified either prior to or within 30 days of the issue of the notice by the adjudicating officer, no penalty shall be imposed in this regard, and all proceeding under this section in respect of such default shall be deemed to be concluded. The said amendment has been inserted and published in the Gazette of the India, which was later on came into force with effect from 22nd January 2021. In the hearing and submission at the time of the personal hearing, in the interest of the natural justice, a reasonable opportunity of being heard was given to the applicant by issuing notice for the hearing. यहाँ पर मिस्टर धवलकांत सिंह कंपनी सेक्रेटरी attended the hearing in person on behalf of the applicant and orally submitted that the company has complied the provision of section 92 subsection 4 and 137 subsection 1 of the act by filing its due annual return and financial statement for the financial year 1920 on 26 June 21 and 20th July 2021 respectively. The instant application for the adjudication of penalty was filed by the company and its MD. And since the proviso in subsection 3 of section 454 of the Act has been inserted by the Companies Amendment Act 2020, which came into force with effect from 22nd January 2021, authorized representative contended that no penalty for such violation of section 92 subsection 4 and 137 subsection 1 of the Act should be imposed on the applicant, and all proceeding under this section in respect of such default shall be deemed to be concluded. Consideration of the issue and finding. यहाँ पर I have ROC करी, I have taken into consideration insertion of the proviso of subsection 3 of section 454, which inter alia provide that in case the default relate to the non-compliance of subsection 4 of section 92 and 137 subsection 1 of the Act has been rectified either prior to or within 30 days of the issue of the notice by adjudicating officer, no penalty shall be imposed in this regard, and all proceeding under this section respect of such default shall be deemed to be concluded. In the stamped case, the company and its director have suo motu file application for the adjudication of penalty under section 454 of the Companies Act. Accordingly, in the interest of the natural justice, a reasonable opportunity of being heard has been given to the applicant before passing relevant order under section 454 subsection 5 of the Act, taking into consideration amended Companies Amendment Act 2020. In order, in exercise of the power conferred by notification dated 24th March 2015 and having considered the facts and circumstances of the case, beside oral submission made by the representative of the applicant at the time of hearing and after taking into account the factor mentioned in the relevant rule followed by the amendment in section 454 subsection 3, I am the opinion that no penalty shall be imposed for the default related to the non-compliance of section 92 subsection 4 and section 137 of the Act, as the said default has been rectified by फाइलिंग एनुअल रिटर्न एंड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट फॉर द फाइनेंशियल ईयर 1920. तो ये यहाँ पर इस ग्राउंड के बेसिस पर उन्होंने कोई पेनल्टी इम्पोज नहीं किया. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वाचिंग दिस अपडेट. दिस इज द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द न्यू अमेंडेड सेक्शन 454 सबसेक्शन 3, जहाँ पर अगर रेक्टिफाई कर दिया जाता है तो पेनल्टी इम्पोज नहीं होगी. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वाचिंग दिस अपडेट.